So the theme for International Women's Day this year is Choose to Challenge. And that's interesting to me. In previous years, it's been about balance and equity, whereas this year it's much more powerful. This year it's about we have to keep pushing forwards. We have to challenge conventions. If things come up that we don't think are right, that aren't supportive of us, then we need to challenge it. So this Choose to Challenge actually, I think, goes many ways. It's a gender conversation. And I think actually we are living in times where gender stereotyping is becoming less. However, it is still something that should be challenged. To challenge ourselves over what we do genuinely have control over, and those things that we don't feel we have control over. Why is that? Is that because I need support to be more empowered? What is it that I need? Well, there's certainly a huge amount of evidence that countries which are female-led have done a better job in managing the pandemic, particularly in the early days. And I go back to my point about this is a people crisis. The pandemic was a people crisis. It was about our individual health. I think there is certainly quite a lot of evidence to suggest that in a crisis, women don't move so much directly into solution and technical mode, but we move to the human impact mode first. And whether you call that empathy or emotional intelligence, but we move very quickly to the impact on humans. And because we move quite quickly, just naturally as the impact on humans, because that is our evolution, then we tend to, our first point of call is, I hope everyone's okay. How do we make sure everyone's okay? But I do think the ability to see the human side of situations is a real gift. And I think women are more predisposed to be able to do that than men. Now, again, gross generalization. I don't want to offend anyone listening, but I do think women are, our natural start point in challenging situations is to think about how are other people feeling? How is this for them? What impact on other people, as opposed to moving into solution mode? And because of the nature of this pandemic, that actually was the right first response. In the UK, about 17-18% of all engineers are female, and in the US about 18-19%. So we're pretty equal, and those are our two big hubs of manufacturing where we have most engineering colleagues. Not forgetting Norway and Australia, but let's take US and UK as two big masses. So we have a pool we can fish in, just less than 20% are female. Those engineers are highly sought after. Engineering skills in the UK and the US are highly sought after skills. If we don't open ourselves up to being attractive to the whole pool, then we are really going to struggle. So just on the gender thing, if you've got 1 million engineers and we're cutting off the opportunity of 20% of those, that's not a great business model, is it? I'm not going to advocate for that one. My advice would be, what is it your passion is about? If you're really interested in these things, then follow them. And don't for a minute get sidetracked by that's what boys do and that's what girls do. Because your passion is your passion. So feel that you can, I suppose we go back to the beginning of International Women's Day, choose to challenge. If someone says to you, yeah, but physics is really what boys do. Is it? Why? But physics is what's going to get me to what I'm passionate about. So I'm going to do physics. So if you have a passion and you're a girl and you're 14, 15, 16 and you're choosing your subjects and your passion is space or engineering or building bridges or whatever it might be, building roads, then follow it. And if someone says to you, well, it's not really what girls do, then challenge it. Girls can do anything. Girls can wear muddy boots and walk around in a hard hat with a leveler looking at big machines digging roads. Girls can work out all the mathematical science that goes behind putting a rocket in space. We can do anything.